Hello and welcome to the Business Debate. I'm Sarah Lockett, and today we're talking about human capital, the people in your organisation, and specifically culture change. The culture of a company involves how the workforce behaves, and culture change often fails or hits problems. To discuss why and look at some solutions, I'm joined in the studio by Barea, Managing Director in the Talent and Organisation Group of Accenture Strategy. Diana, welcome to the Business Debate.
Thank you, it's good to be here.
Now, when we talk about culture change, what do we mean?
We're talking about the behaviours of the people of the organisation and ensuring that the way they behave is going to make them personally successful and the organisation successful, and ensuring that this isn't just about corporate wallpaper. You don't want the culture to be represented by some words by the lift as you enter the building. It shows up in how the people behave in every part of the business.
Now, is one of the main reasons why culture change fails that the leaders themselves don't know how to behave in the new way?
It can be that they're used to the old way of behaving. They've been successful and they've risen to the top of the organisation because they embodied that way of acting. So they need to be supported in this journey to adopt a new way of working, and that can make them feel quite exposed. It can be something new. They'll have to be a learner, perhaps for the first time in quite a while. So need to ensure they feel safe and they're ready to go on that journey.
Now, why do people throughout an organisation need to be involved at all levels? Doesn't that mean just everyone has their own idea about what should be done and there's no direction?
They need to be involved because it lets the organisation be more successful in change. And high-performing organisations, the people are 45% more involved in the change than low performers. By being involved, they get their fingerprints all over it. They recognise their input and they feel part of that change, so they buy into it rather than feeling it's being done to them.
Now, the new culture needs to be reinforced, doesn't it, once it's put in place? Otherwise it can get forgotten, so the performance management needs to change, even the recruitment process needs to change.
Yes, every step of the talent life cycle needs to reflect the new culture, the new behaviours, and quite often it's something that people forget. They focus on training, they focus on communication, but actually the experience that the employees have every step of the way and in their day-to-day roles is what really matters. And that's where we hardwire the change into all of those touch points.
Now, you prefer to talk about mindsets and behaviours rather than culture. Why is that?
Because it makes it tangible. When you focus on the mindsets and the behaviours of the people, you're keeping the ownership with them. Neuroscience and brain science tells us that we need to break any change down into bite-sized pieces and make it accessible. And by distilling the behaviours, by helping people understand how they need to behave, whether that's being more collaborative, more innovative, being more connected to customers in this new digital era, it helps them understand what matters and lets them let go of the old.
Now, how can leaders be supported in the new way of doing things? You talk about reverse mentoring.
Yes.
What's that?
So reverse mentoring is when you bring the most junior members of the organisation, perhaps the graduates, people who've been in the company or organisation for just a few years, to support the most senior ones. And it can be something like social media, where the most junior ones will be living their lives in social media. They'll be using Twitter, Facebook, Instagram in their personal lives, and helping the leaders who might not be familiar with these ways of communicating come to terms with that and become more equipped helps everybody be successful.
And you have a huge data set that you've built up, and how does that help you in your work?
We do have a huge set. It's 1 million change journeys taken from 150 organisations in 50 industries and 25 countries. So that amount of data lets us predict what will happen in a change. And that's been powerful and insightful because we've understood, first of all, that high-performing organisations go through 30 to 50% more change than low-performing organisations. And they go through change at a faster pace. And the thing that's really critical here is the business unit leadership are the ones who are fundamental. This isn't top-down change. The business unit leaders are leading from the front, they're taking their people on that journey, and they're focusing on performance sooner and being successful in it.
Fantastic. Well, Barea from Accenture Strategy, thank you very much.
Thank you.